Welcome back, grade 10s. Now let us look at our lesson overview, which is our concept map. So we are wrapping up our lesson now. We first started with the state-owned company, followed by the non-profit company, followed by cooperatives, and lastly, we looked at the characteristics, advantages, and disadvantages of cooperatives. Now, let us look at the new words and language that cropped up during our lesson. The term securities, which means shares and bonds issued by a company. Limited liability, we said it's a legal status where a person's financial liability is limited to an amount invested in a business. We also had the term unlimited liability, meaning business owners are responsible for all the business debts. We had the term memorandum of incorporation, which means a document that sets out the rights, duties, and responsibilities of shareholders, directors, and other stakeholders within the business. Another term that we came across with was a company, which is a type of business structure that has a separate legal entity from its owners. Another term was directors, people elected to the board of a company by the shareholders to represent the shareholders' interests. And lastly, we had the term audit, which means a process where financial statements of the business are checked to confirm that they are correct. Okay, now let's look at our common errors recap. Here are the misconceptions and errors. Learners confuse cooperatives with non-profit companies. Recommendations and recap. You must be able to define and explain the characteristics, advantages, or disadvantages of the state-owned company, non-profit company, and cooperatives. You must also be able to name the different types of cooperatives. You must also be able to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of cooperatives. Okay, grade 10s, here's the challenge that I'm giving you. You need to discuss the disadvantages of cooperatives. I hope and wish that today's lesson was fruitful. And what you learned today does not nullify yesterday, but it does make tomorrow better. I hope to see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.